Question: Who is professional wrestling for? Because I think, like comic books, how comic books used to be for kids, and now adults hold them in higher esteem than children do. Professional wrestling has gone a similar direction. For the people who are most into professional wrestling, the people who will pay the most money for professional wrestling, the people who are the most into professional wrestling happen to be adults these days. Now, is that a carryover from what happened in the mid '90s? Probably. That's a reason why I'm a professional wrestling fan at 30 years old. Uh, so, who is professional wrestling for? And if it is for kids, should it should it all be for kids? And if it's not, what level of responsibility does the WWE or any other company for that matter, what level of responsibility do they have for providing the right entertainment for them, for the new audience?
I think that's pretty obvious that it's for adults. Pretty obvious it's for adults because one, those are the people that make money. Those are the people that are going to be spending money on tickets, and there's going to be the people that everybody sees in the front rows. You barely even see kids. Back in the early '90s and the late '80s, the crowd used to be, there'd be kids, crowd, teenagers, youngins. You see the little what you call it. They'll be accompanied by parents and stuff like that. And you see that now, but a lot of times the front rows, old drunk motherfuckers, like everybody's over 30 and holding, got real jobs and shit. They gotta go to work in the morning. Professional wrestling nowadays, you have to look at it this way. Those kids who were in the crowd in the '80s and the '90s grew up, and then they became those guys in the front row.
Yeah.
Wrestling was something that was for a younger audience, for a younger niche audience. So parents would take their kids and give their kids money to go to professional wrestling events, and those kids grew up and still like the shit, and now they take their kids every once in a while, but that shit is for them because then they turned into these fucking marks. It was just like when I was a kid, Jake the Snake cut promos and talked about rabbits helping snakes and shit. How come fucking Roman Reigns and John Cena can't do that shit? Can't be that creative. Go figure.
I think that it is a lot for adults, but it also is for kids to a degree. So, uh, when you have a company like the WWE who is pretty much trying to be all things to all people, I think you need to have a distinction between what show is for whom.
I'll tell you what's not for kids. This bullshit right here. This fucking cinnamon whiskey is my ass. I'm fucking feeling this shit, and I'm not even gonna bullshit you, and I'm not gonna bullshit you. This fucking cinnamon whiskey is fucking me up right now. So much so that I'm gonna fucking tell you, I'm gonna be real as shit right now. So let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about you saying that it's for kids some of the time. I don't really think it's for kids at all. I think it's more like a 60-40, damn near, it's almost a 70-30 split for adults and the kids. For one, because the worst the worst period in professional wrestling history over the last 25 years undoubtedly was the PG era. So they tried to make the PG era for the kids, and that was the worst era, ratings wise, income wise, attention, attending events wise. That era damn near killed professional wrestling. So now they came up with the new era. So they're trying to restart everything. So pretty much the only thing the new era is that we're gonna try to go back to the ruthless aggression era. We're gonna try to get these indie legend guys, and we're gonna try to bring them in and try to get matches of more entertainment value and try to add more entertainment elements instead of making it these comic book heroes we tried to recreate for the '80s. But and this is a sidetrack, but this is something I'm just gonna go put out to the universe. And the reason why I said a universe is because there's a pun coming. So make sure you pay attention, kiddies. Again, this is not for you because this will kick your little fucking ass. I swear to God. Right now, they should not call this shit the new era. They need to call this the universe era. because they said the WWE universe all the time. They try to put the universal galactic galaxy fucking Omega championship.
Bucky O'Hare championship.
Yeah, the fucking Dimension X title, fucking whatever else, the universe championship. They need to call it the universe era. That's what it is. WWE universe era. Universe era. It ties into sports entertainment. It ties in what Vince feels is important. It ties in their mindset. They're trying to gather a community of people.
They're trying to be all things to all people
in terms of entertainment. So this is the universe era. That's how I'm gonna refer to it from now on. You motherfuckers need to mention that. You need to remember that shit and don't fucking drink cinnamon whiskey at all, because and then try to make a fucking vlog or anything that's gonna go on the internet and know how you think I got this fucking mask on is because my job found out I was doing this shit. They would fucking fire me. They're gonna change this fucking sign in a couple of hours from getting over to getting hung over in this motherfucker.
So I think we should just dispense with the rest of the.
You know what this looks like? This looks like, remember in Living Color? Remember David?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Why you take a drink of this?
You did to sip out of it. I didn't fucking know all this time David Wayans was sipping fucking cinnamon whiskey and fucking lemonade. Shit's fucking stupid. But yeah, like as far as that, I feel like it's. What do you think? Think it's for kids? Whatever. Kids don't even go to this shit.
There's a certain degree of it that is for kids. I mean, when you see kids out there wearing the John Cena armbands and all that stuff, and you see them cheering for who they're supposed to cheer for and everything. You know?
Man, I feel like being a kid is like going to wrestling so fucking useless now, because you go to that shit, you got some fucking 35-year-old mark who to cheer for. You can't even fucking cheer for John Cena in peace without somebody like some drunk motherfucker next to you. Fuck John Cena!
Cena sucks!
Fuck you, go see them kids about to die in a week and a half. Fuck you, John Cena.
I think that wrestling is for kids and adults, but you have to do it the way that they used to do it. And when they made, heroes that the adults liked, and the kids could also be, you could also like. But there's a stepping up ish thing to professional wrestling. I think if you're a kid who's into professional wrestling, you're stepping into an adult area for this, because ultimately people are getting hit in the face with chairs, and people are getting thrown around, and people getting hurt. Like if you did any of those moves to anybody, you would really hurt them. So I think there's a level of responsibility that you take on when you're a kid looking at professional wrestling. You need to know that you're looking up at something. So not something that's on your level.
I feel like we're smart enough to think that. I feel like kids. I feel like this is what I feel like. This whole like, it's ironic that, and we're about to get into some society. We're about to get into some society. I feel like it's ironic that we live in a day and age where everybody's so like, what's the word? PC.
Yeah.
About everything, where we're smarter than we ever been. We have more access. Kids are smarter now than they've ever been, because they have access to more resources than they've ever had. So kids already know, dude, I'm not fucking about to jump on top. Most kids know that they're not about to jump on this table and power bomb. And if they do, those kids were doomed to do that dumb shit anyway, because we didn't do it and we were kids. And we didn't, they were, when Hulk Hogan was wrestling Macho Man Randy Savage and all that, they weren't having disclaimers. Kids, don't try this at home, brother. And they weren't saying that shit. They were just, the shit came on TV and we watched it and we was like, oh, that's cool. And then we wrestled around, but I wasn't trying to like powerbomb you off of the top of the dinner table or whatever.
Yeah, but people weren't getting powerbombed off the top of dinner tables at the time we were watching.
Diesel and Shawn Michaels Diesel sent through Shawn Michaels. He powered on Shawn Michaels.
Wait a minute. That's true.
It was 94, 95?
That's true. Then you had the ECW guys. And they
had all that shit. We were
driving guys through tables.
I mean, I feel like people know. So it's like the people who do that dumb shit are just doomed to do that shit anyway. Something's gonna kill them. Like whether they powerbomb them, they get paralyzed from getting their head slammed in a chair or whatever, or they grew up to be 30 and they died from an auto accident by trying to do a U-turn in a busy intersection. Those dumb motherfuckers are gonna die anyway or get hurt. So whatever the fuck.
So ultimately, you don't think it's for kids at all.
I think it's for kids, but I don't think. I think it's for kids, but I don't think it's for kids to do. Like, I think it's for kids. It's entertainment. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we watched it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was more saucy back then than it is now.
Yeah.
Like, Bret Hart was pissed.
Having those sunny days.
Bret Hart was pissed at all times.
I don't think Brett was ever happy. Was there ever a moment do you think Brett was happy?
Imagine being married to that motherfucker. Fuck, man. Bret Hart. Shit. Just gets up in the morning. Man, so I told you to make a French toast.
This frown and disappointment all on his face at all times.
Kids was born, came out, he was just looking at that motherfucker like give it back.
This is what Brett did when he got handed his baby.
Doom, doom, doom,